rent in Lagos by 2050. All right, so I know some of you just laugh when you see that headline. You're like, Rabiu Kilo Shele 2050. No, no, we're not yet even in 2030. Right now, one culture that we need to nurture as Africans is we need to um, imbibe the mentality of thinking long term. A lot of us as Africans, we just have max 6 month plan. Some of us that are lucky 1 year plan. For a lot of us, ask us, okay, what's your projection for like the next 5 years, the next 10 years, the next 15 years? So because of our like short-term plans, that also makes us to make short-term investments, and this limits the kind of opportunities that we can really tap into. A lot of nations, a lot of companies, a lot of organizations that are really doing big right now, they did big because they were able to start building a platform long time ago before anybody even jumped in. That's the truth. Um, um, this company that is making a lot of noise now about AI, they have been doing AI for the past 20 years. Then the boom came, and that's it. You know, Bezos have been working on Amazon since like around 90, I think 93 or 95. That's probably like around 29 years ago. Yeah. So we need to also start having that culture of looking at 7 years time, 8 years time, 10 years time, 15 years time. Yeah, we may not be alive by then. We can't control that, but we can control the fact that if we are alive by then, we have positioned for everything that is likely going to happen at that period of time, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years ago. So we are looking at what is happening right now in Lagos, the rental market. We are looking at, okay, by 2030, by 2040, by 2050, if this trend still continues, if this curve still continues, this is likely going to happen in the rental market. So this is like a video for tenants. I'm a tenant anyway. For investors, I'm an investors too. So so this is a video for you to understand that, okay, this rent I'm paying, this is likely what's going to happen. And then investors, okay, these opportunities that we are seeing, this is likely also what is also going to happen too. So in case you are coming across a video like this for the first time, this meet the property channel, and this will discuss everything real estate for real estate enthusiasts, real estate practitioners, real estate investors, beginners. As long as you have anything to do about real estate, and everybody have something to do about real estate, because if you are not buying, you are renting. If you are not owning, then you are leasing. So either you like it or not, you just have to like interact with real estate. So it's just a case of, are you the one paying others, or are you the one collecting from others? Simple. All right. So now, Lagos rental markets in the past 20 years have changed. Even for face me and face you houses, in 2000, 2001, 2002, 1,000 naira per room for face me and face you houses in Lagos. Right now, face me and face you houses, for the few places that you see face me and face you houses, 10,000, 15,000 naira per room. Just between, let's say, 2004 till date, 1,000 to 10,000 or 1,000 to 15,000 per room. And if you now start looking at what a two-bed apartment was renting in 2004, 2005, and what a two-bed apartment is renting today, you see the gap. And this appreciation, these rapid changes for the past 20 years is the best indicator for the next 20 years. And as well as looking at what's already happening in the market right now, particularly in the past 2 years, that's also going to give us a very good prediction and indication for what's likely that we'll be expecting. Currently, a two-bed apartment in Lekki Phase 1, we are seeing 180, 200, 160 million for a two-bed apartment. The first question is, how much are you going to rent it? How much? If you buy the apartment for 180 million, for 200 million, for 160 million, how much are you going to rent it? Ikate, Ologolo, Chevron, two-bed, 100, 90 if you are lucky, 95, 110, two-bed. The same question, how much are you going to rent it? How much? Aja, 2 bed, 60, 65, 70. Same question, how much are you going to rent it? Now, in a lot of way, and looking at these prices, it's almost certain that these developers building these houses, they are not building it for rentals. Based on the prices, they are not building for rentals. And at the same time, investors that are buying these houses, they are not buying it for rentals. They are buying it for shortlets. They are buying it to charge 100k per night, 150k per night, 120k per night, 200k per night. That's what they are buying that property for. Now, we are already in trouble for the fact that there are not enough houses, and we are not like building enough houses. Now, there is now another problem that even the houses that we are building is not available for rent because of the prices. The people buying them are not willing to rent them out. The people buying them are not willing to, they are not interested to even rent them out. So where will people stay? People are working in Lekki Phase 1. There are a lot of offices in Lekki Phase 1. There are a lot of businesses in Lekki Phase 1. So there are a lot of people that for their business, for their job, they need to stay around Lekki Phase 1. So if they now stay in the shortlet apartments where they'll be paying 100k per night, definitely they need to rent. But now there's no available property to rent. There are people like walking around Chevron, walking around Osakpa, walking around Jakonde, and they need to also stay in places around that place or around this place where their business or where their job is. So they need to rent. But now there's houses being built. They are walking into these houses, into this apartment, and asking how much is the rent, and I tell them no, it's not for rent. No, it's not available for rent. No, it's not available for rent. So where will these people stay? Particularly on the island, in the next 10 years, for a lot of people that are working in VI, working in Lekki Phase 1, they will likely be coming from Lakwe or coming from Aoyaya or coming from Abijo. Because a lot of the apartments in Lekki 1, in Ologolo, in Osakpa, in Chevron, that is like 15, 10, 12 minutes to where they are working or where their businesses are not available for rent. Everybody wants to do shortlets. That's it. And even if this trend continues now, because we're looking at Abijo now, also some 2-bed apartments in Abijo is already doing like 70 million, 65 million, 60 million for Abijo. So if the trend also for shortlet also continues around that axis too, that means some of these people would likely have to be coming from Eleko. They have done the coastal road for them anyway. They have to be coming from maybe Akodo. They have to be coming from maybe Elemongbe. Not because they are not willing to stay somewhere closer, but because there is not even available houses in the places that are closer. Because all the available houses, the prices are too high, that does not make any sense for people buying it to rent it out. And this same phenomenon is also happening in Surulere and Yaba right now. 3-bed in Yaba right now, you see 110. 3-bed, 110, 3-bed, 120, 3-bed, 150. 2-bed in Yaba, you see 90 million, you see 80 million. How much are they going to rent it out? How much? The same thing for Surulere, same thing for Ikeja, same thing for Maryland, same thing for Anthony. So when you see most of these 4 floors, 5 floors new apartments that are being built, and you ask the price of the apartment, 110, 120, 90 million, you're now asking, how much am I going to rent it out? So the return in terms of renting will not make sense. So the 6 apartment, the 9 apartment, the 10 apartment that are built there, everybody wants to do shortlet with it. So it's not available in the rental market. So we have a very big rental market. We have very little houses to serve that big rental market. We now have new houses being built, but they are not even available for that rental market. So which means that the people that want to rent, they now have to leave that area entirely, because all these houses are available in that area, they are not available for rent. Not like they don't even want to pay, or they can't even afford to pay, but it's not available for rent. I have to go 20, 25, 30 minutes away from that location. So by 2050, that's going to definitely get worse. And a lot of houses in Lagos will be more for tourism or tourists. Let me put it that way, for tourists and for short stays, than to serve the need of Lagosians in the sense of people who are actually doing business and working in Lagos. So more of the houses that will be built in Lagos will be for the people that only have things to do for in Lagos for a short while, so that are visitors, that are not really the Lagos residents. So, and this will definitely push more people to go to like the cheaper locations. Cheaper not in the sense of in the sense that these places the accommodations are cheaper, but in the sense that that's even the places where they can even see available accommodation in the first place. Because if I work in Lekki Phase 1 and I can't get the property in Lekki Phase 1, then I have to go to Orchid, either I like it or not. Not because I don't want to stay in Lekki Phase 1, not because I can't afford maybe 6 million or 7 million, but the people that have the houses, they don't want to rent it. Why? Because of the prices that have already bought those houses. They would rather leave that house empty for 20 days and wait for someone that is going to book it for 10 days, and whatever that they make for that 10 days is fine for them, and they wait that they collect 6 million for me for a year. So this definitely is going to happen, and this, based on my projection, by 20 years time, by 25 years time, most of the Lagos houses, Lagos apartments that is available for rentals or that is available for leasing will not be available for Lagosians, will not be available for we that are living and working in Lagos, but it will only be available for people that just visit Lagos, that have things to do in Lagos for a while, and they just need a nice place where they can pay so amount, get their things done, and they live. And landlords are going to be fine with that. So the Lagos border areas that a lot of us are like ignoring right now, that's where forcefully a lot of people will have to go just to afford rent, because they can't leave Lagos because the opportunities are in Lagos. They can't leave Lagos because there are businesses in Lagos. They can't leave Lagos because Lagos is where they can get that well-paying job for their profession, for their industry, and the kind of opportunities they are looking for, get the kind of clientele or the clients that they are looking for, high-paying clients they are looking for. So they have to be in Lagos. So if they can't afford the main areas where their business is, they will definitely want to find the closest area to their location that have apartments available. So it's not about even price anymore, it's even about availability. That's going to change. So it's not about people moving to Mowe because Mowe is where they can get an apartment for 400k or for 300k, but it's about people moving to Mowe because Mowe is even where they can even see an apartment at all. Because all the other locations available, everybody just want to do shortlet, everybody just want to do monthly rents, everybody just want to do daily bookings. And that's because of the prices that these properties are already doing. As at 3 years ago, a two-bed apartment was selling like around maybe 44 million or 40 something million, 42.5 million I think. And the client reached out to me. I was like, no, that property is 42 million. No, for that location is too high. No, I can't advise you to buy. Just if you have your 42 million cash, you can buy a 3-bed or a 4-bed at Orchid or whatever. That same house I was telling someone not to buy because it was too high. That same house right now is like 70 million for that same 2-bed. And this is me 3 years ago or 2 years ago saying that 42.5 million for a 2-bed was too high for that location. That location right now is doing 70 million. I learned a valuable lesson, a very hard, harsh lesson. That whatever price that the property is the cheapest it will ever be. Particularly looking at what and how our economy and the purchasing power of our money, our currency have been doing for the past 5-6 years right now, is the cheapest it will ever be. Just last year May, I saw the one-bed apartment in Surulere for 26 million. Last year May, we opened a new project in Surulere this year. The one-bed apartment we are building is 53 million. For something that we sold just last year May for 26 million. The new one we are selling at 53 million. Look at the gap. Less than 18 months. Look at the gap. So it's just that crazy looking at what apartments are doing and the price that they are doing. And the fact is, what's coming, what's looming is far more difficult, far more scary than what's happening right now. And if a lot of us have been going to Instagram, been going to Twitter to complain about the price of rents, the price of accommodation, the price of houses, man, is scarier what was coming, particularly based on what I'm seeing, much more scarier. And either we like it or not, the question is, how prepared are you? How well positioned are you? Or are you just going to fold your arms and just do vibes and inshallah and wait till when 2050 comes and like you are not prepared, you are not positioned at all, and we do what we always do, we complain. A lot of people right now are already positioning for the billions and the millions of 2040 today. A lot of people that are making millions and billions right now, 2024, that started that journey since 2014. Some have started that journey since 2012. Some have started that journey since 2010, 14 years ago. The earlier you start that journey, the better. In 2050, in 2030, some of us will be competing with people on a platform where they have been building that platform for 10 years ago, for 15 years ago. But we only started building that platform 2 years ago. We can't win. Because they have been compounding for 12 years, they have been compounding for 15 years. You can't win. So these are projection, and looking at the trends and looking at what's happening, this is what I feel like is looming, particularly in the markets. If 2 bed is going to 250 million, if 3 bed is going to 180 million, 100 million, 120 million, even on the mainland, then there's a big trouble. And for a lot of you that have been ignoring investing in long lease, this is another warning for you. Last year, and at this time last year, we were doing 15, 17 years lease for 1 bed, 7.5, 8 million, 9 million. 15, 17 years, 9 million, 7.5, 7 million. Today, 1 bed, we are doing 13, 14, 16 million for 17 years long lease. And a studio apartment, we are doing 8 million, 7.5, 9 million for a 17 years long lease. So that's even telling you that it's not only the apartment that you have to own for life that is getting more expensive. Even the long lease option is getting more expensive. The sooner you enter that market, the better. Because the people that rented out last year, they like, for example, someone bought a 1 bed at 7.5, and maybe the first year rent he did 1 million. The person will not do 1 million this year again. Never. But the person is looking at it that the new apartment that are in the market are 14 million, and those are collecting like maybe 1.4 million rent. Him too wants to collect 1.2. That's already 200k that have gone up on his rent. That's already 200k of 1 million. That's already like 20% appreciation on the rent just in 1 year. So it's there. The earlier you jump in, the better, because this market is changing too fast. That's why I'm a property consultant, I'm a realtor, I'm consulting in the market. It's even changing too fast for me to even follow. Not to talk of investors, you that you even have other businesses and other things that you are doing. You can't keep track. That's just it. So you just have to tap into all the available opportunities in the market. All. That's it. Because you see this rent, by this period, anybody that have an apartment that are bought is like maybe 2020 or 2025, by 2050 they are cashing out big time on their apartments. That an apartment that you bought 30 years ago, you are cashing out big time. That some people in Lagos today, they are collecting 1 million per flat, and they have, let's say, 6 flats, 1 million per flat, 6 flats, 6 million naira on a building, and they bought the land for 300,000. The land that the building is sitting on, they bought it for 300,000, and the building, all the rent that are collecting 6 million. Because some of them probably bought this land 1998. 2001, 2002. So the return that they are getting now, it's times 8, times 10, times 15 of whatever they bought the land. So these are my projections, basically. And if you are curious about, okay, Rabi, you've seen your video, you've seen what you said. How can we start? How can we position? What can we do? If you are curious about that, number one, visit our Instagram page, Installment Homes NG. See our portfolio there. Number two, shout to me on WhatsApp, and then we can now start to discuss based on the different offers you have seen on our portfolio, and we can see how we can spread and diversify your portfolio for you. Like I've been saying for a while now, we also have a product that we are working on, a prop tech that's going to help in portfolio management, manage your assets, manage your cash flow assets, manage your land banking assets, help you with tokenization, securitization, remittance, payment history, valuation, liquidation. So all this is also what we are integrating into this prop tech, and we are open to partners. We are open to partnerships on this, because we are definitely currently in our fundraising stage, and as we speak, we're already building the app. So it's not like maybe we are still waiting for your money. We are already building the app as we speak. We already have our tech team working on it. We have even bought the domain name already. So, but we are open to partnerships, and also people that are willing to jump into these opportunities with us. All right. So, once again, if you have not subscribed yet to our videos, you have not subscribed yet to our channel, we want you to subscribe. That's one of the ways that you can encourage us. That's one of the ways that you can say thank you, Rabiu, for what you are doing. That's one of the ways that you can also support us. You know, a lot of you guys always come to my DM, Rabiu, for this thing that you are doing. How can we support you? Subscribe. That's one way. Turn on the notification button, share our content, engage on our content. That's another way. Definitely, I'm not going to ask for give me so amount or whatever. No, I'm a businessman. I manage portfolio for a living. So if we have an asset that you want us to manage, or if you are looking at, okay, Rabi, I want you to review your portfolio, then yeah, I can now charge you for that service, or charge you for what I want to do. I want to do for you. All right. So, assuming you're the number property guy on the planet, your property advisor, property consultant, Rabi Mustafa. That's my name, Rabi Mustafa. So a lot of you guys don't get that name, Rabi Mustafa, because a lot of you guys just come to my DM. The property guy. Yeah, I'm the property guy anyway. I'm going to answer. Yeah, but my name, Rabi Mustafa. That's my name. And I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate you guys watching our content, watching our videos, and see you next time.